Module 3 covers a little more difficult formulas than we have been working with so far. You are going to learn how to use the if function, where you check a condition and then you put one thing in the cell if the condition is true and something else into the cell if the condition is false. You're also going to learn how to use the AND function, A-N-D. You'll learn how to use the round function, which basically rounds numbers. You'll learn how to use count A, which is basically used to count a column or a row of alphanumeric entries. You'll learn how to enter dates using functions. So there's actually quite a bit in this particular chapter that may be new to many of you. So it is a really good idea to go through the module first. Go ahead and download those starter files. When you come in, this is basically what you're going to be covering. Okay, and these files that it says files you will need, these are the starter files that you can download. Okay, and then it gets into how to enter formulas using the quick analysis tool. Okay, and then you're going to learn how to use the if function. Okay, and so it is super helpful to walk through these steps because then things that you're reading are going to make a whole lot more sense. Okay, hard to learn how to do computer functions, formulas, anything really, without getting your hands in there and actually keying it in. Once you finish module 3, then you're going to move on to the testing. And again, you get 3 attempts. It's going to take your highest score. If you get a task wrong, it will let you redo it 3 times. Okay, so each task you can redo up to 3 times, and the entire testing assessment, all the tasks you can redo up to 3 times, and they'll take your highest score. Again, what I would do is go through this, see how you do, keep in mind that it is time. And then if you don't get all the points, go into the training and either do the practice or the observe so that you can learn how to do the task. The tasks that are in the testing are the same as the ones that are in the training. Then you'll move on to the project. And this is like all the other ones where you have to download the instructions and the starter file. And then once you complete all the instructions, you will upload that file. And if you do get any wrong, you can select, you will see that you missed some because there'll be a grading report and you can take a look at that report. It'll tell you which ones you missed so that you can go back in, fix them, and resubmit. Let's see, once you finish the project, you can do the extra credit, which is basically another project, very similar to the first one. And then you're going to go in and do the discussion exercise. The discussion exercise is geared towards our general education outcome of quantitative reasoning. So part of quantitative reasoning is the ability to analyze data and make judgments about that data and recommendations. And so you're given a scenario and you've got some income statements here, income and expense for a couple years. Here is the workbook if you would like to download it. Some people like to see it, in the workbook rather than graphics. And then you're going to kind of review the data and answer the following questions. Okay, and so you'll answer the question, and then you will read your classmates' responses and reply to at least 2 of them. So that is the discussion exercise. And the only other thing in this block would be a couple of videos. One is on the if function. That is a function that a lot of students have trouble with. So if you, went through the chapter and you still don't feel comfortable with that function, I encourage you to watch the video. The next video covers quite a few formulas and functions. And some of them we have not even covered yet, but I've included the time intervals where you can find these different functions. And so you can kind of forward to the area that you need help on. Okay, and some of the formulas or functions we've covered earlier in the semester. And some of the more advanced ones like concatenate and countif, VLOOKUP, we are not going to be covering for a couple weeks. Okay, so some of them we've done, some of them we haven't, but they're all here for you. If you have any questions or if you run into problems, please let me know and have a great week.